I think this country has just lost its greatest Prime Minister since Winston Churchill. And Margaret Thatcher was a revolutionary and she was a liberator. She freed millions of people to buy their own homes, to buy shares in British companies. And yes, sometimes the things that she said were tough, but I think when you look back, she was overwhelmingly right in her judgments. She was right about the unions. She was right about the threat of Soviet communism, and I think she's been proved overwhelmingly right about the euro. She took on that cozy, clubby, male-dominated consensus, and she won. And I think she's been an inspiration to many, many women and to many people who go into politics. And I think when you look at Margaret Thatcher and you compare her with some of the men in grey suits who preceded her and who succeeded her, I think there's no doubt that her memory will live on. And I think this whole country is very much in her debt. I remember thinking back when I was a student and at school that some of the stuff she was saying sounded pretty tough. But in the end, it was right, and it was what the country needed. And she was completely right about the unions. She was right about what was going on in Soviet Russia. And as I say, if you look at what's happening to the euro today, who can say she was wrong about that? I think the most important thing that Margaret Thatcher did was to knock on the head the defeatism and the pessimism of the post-war consensus. I think there were loads of people who came to power in the decades after the Second World War who thought that the country was fated to decline. And Margaret Thatcher didn't think that was true. And she put the country on a path to recovery and to rediscover its ambition. And that was a formidable thing to accomplish. And when you consider that she was this country's first female prime minister, I think she will go down as a truly historic figure, not just in the politics of this country, but in global politics as well. Because believe me, what she said and what she did was listened to and followed around the world.